How about pardon question mark?
Sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm. 855 Mike wins. Jason Carr live starts now.
Well, hello and welcome to Thursday from the Local 4 Newsroom. I am your humble host and narrator, Jason Carr, here on the JCL, also known as the 9, 15-ish. 15-ish. Jacob in the Red Wings hat. I suppose I could elevate you to executive producer of this.
I think that just happened. I think that's
John
a reality
Steckroth,
now.
barely in frame there, sipping his Mike Morris mug. We have tried all different configurations. Now we have a banner or super.
Isn't that great? It looks good.
Yeah, that's a nice looking.
Guess who made
I don't
that?
have to do that anymore.
This guy. I made that.
Wait, who's got two thumbs?
And makes graphics. This guy.
Let's get into this Little Caesars Arena announcement. This has been the hubbub. People are confabbing about this all morning, conjecturing, wondering, predicting, psychoanalyzing, trying to figure out what is going to happen with either a new concert or a new team and or both coming to join the Red Wings and Pistons at the Little Caesars Arena downtown. So we are awaiting a press conference that will be hopefully getting underway here in 46 minutes. Are you going to that, the whole press conference thing?
Which one?
Regarding this Little Caesars Arena deal, or do you know?
I doubt it, but you never know.
Says Rod
I'll
Maloney.
let you know in 10 minutes.
And
Thanks,
this is all
Rod.
we know. We saw they posted this to Facebook this morning or last night, and they just said 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we're. I'm very curious. It could be anything.
There is conjecture that this could be a Kid Rock concert, a Bob Seger, and or both. It could be Eminem. It could be the Detroit Shock returning to existence.
It's possible.
Soccer was bandied about, but then somebody pointed out that you need a much larger venue for a soccer stadium. Who knows? What would you like to see? Post your comments as we unfold here in real time, live on Facebook and also streaming on clickondetroit.com. What would you want to see in this venue, either permanently or as a one-off concert or 2 or 3 concerts? Somebody suggested Eminem, Kid Rock, and Bob Seger all in the same show.
Wow.
Not likely to happen.
No,
Aretha Franklin was suggested, Stevie Wonder. What do you want to see, or what do you want to hear, I should say, coming up at the top of the hour when they unveil whatever this big question mark mystery is? No mystery to this. This is Garrett's Popcorn Shop since 1949, straight from the Windy City. Today's National Popcorn Day, and they were nice enough to hook us up.
Smells good.
What do you have for a graphic for National Popcorn Day?
I just got pictures of popcorn. Here's some popcorn. Here's some more popcorn. Here's some more. Yeah, no, popcorn, originally, corn in Old English meant grain, or more specifically, the most prominent grain in a region. So when they got to the Americas and found maize, they just started calling it corn. And that's how we got the name. Now, popcorn started really getting popular in the 1800s. They developed the machine for steaming it, which made it easier. And then early 1900s, we saw Cracker Jacks.
Now, my mom's dad, Grandpa Harris, rest in peace. So one of my memories of being a kid is he always had Cracker Jack around, always. It was just something generational.
Yeah.
He loved Cracker Jack, and really, who doesn't love Cracker Jack, right? Here,
Right. Yep.
allow me to, have
Thank
you had
sir.
some yet?
Oh, yeah. I've been snacking on this all morning.
Popcorn's dangerous.
All right. You don't, Jacob, I'm sorry you don't get any.
Well, he's sharing. It's all good.
Oh, it's all good? Okay. Let's go on to Kwame Kilpatrick. Supporters of Kwame Kilpatrick are hoping for a presidential pardon for the ex-Detroit mayor, but it appears that he will not be getting one. President Obama has granted more commutations than any president in this nation's history. 64 individuals received a full pardon on Tuesday, and more are expected today, but the White House said there are not any famous names on the list, and most are drug offenders. people who are being excessively punished for relatively low-level crimes.
Yes.
You know, the whole war on drugs thing, and it's just a whole generation locked up behind bars because the get tough laws were so tough that even a low-level crime gets you a really long sentence. Supporters of Kilpatrick believe that 28 years in federal prison is excessive for his crimes. The website change.org hosts a petition for the pardon, and it has 27,943 signatures.
But it needs to reach at least 100,000 before the White House even takes a look at any petition. So they fell short. But that's what these people are hoping happens today. From everything we've heard, that's not even a possibility.
Can we cycle through the graphics again?
Yeah.
What do you think? Kwame Kilpatrick, corrupt Detroit mayor, does he deserve 3 decades behind bars for his crimes? Were they that offensive, evil, immoral, unethical that he deserves 3 decades behind bars? Was that a too tough sentence? Does he deserve to have his sentence commuted?
Most people are saying that he needs to stay in jail, and some people are curious as they didn't even realize Kwame still had supporters. That's what they're saying.
That's what some people. Sarah says yes, he does. He needs to stay right where he belongs, says Tammy. Nancy, referring to what you were saying.
We'll have to throw away the key comments.
Well, that's not how it works, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll see. Obviously, we'll see how this pans out. Once again, we are approximately 40 minutes away from, or they say press conference at 10 a.m., but it could be well past 10 a.m. when we finally hear what the question mark and the Mysterians is all about regarding the new arena, either an opening act or a new team joining the Pistons and the Red Wings playing there. Chuck on the assignment desk made the excellent point that with respect to scheduling, if it were a third team, it would have to be a team that would be playing opposite the Pistons and Red Wings schedules.
Yes.
So bear that in mind as well. Did you know there's a dog with the world's longest tail? That's a dog?
That's a dog. Yes. Look at this thing.
Can you lose the banner?
Yeah.
Take the banner down.
Look at the size of that tail. 30 inches.
Come on, that's got to... Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's amazing.
How big is the dog?
It's an Irish wolfhound. An Irish wolfhound previously had held the record, and they had to take him to the vet and have it measure the tail from bone to end. No hair involved in the measuring. And the Guinness Book of World Records provided Keon, the dog, with a certificate. So it's amazing. Out of Belgium.
With that hair,
Look at that! Look at that backyard.
Yeah.
I'll bet that Keon lives a very nice suburban existence.
Yeah.
He probably has his own doghouse and probably the best Iams or Eukanuba, however you say it. Look at that. That's probably behind his house on their estate.
Yep. Amazing.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
You pooped in the refrigerator and you ate the whole wheel of cheese?
You know I don't speak Spanish.
Frozen Lake. Oh, no, let's go on to Michigan Dog Show. Let's keep it with the animals. Talk
Yeah.
to the animals. Dun, 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 dun. The Michigan Winter Dog Classic underway at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. The show hosting more than 7,000 dogs and 160 breeds. This dog, there's always this dog.
Yeah.
We were laughing about this on the morning show today. There's always the black and white dog that's spazzing his way across a obstacle course. And
I guess I like dogs. They're funny. He looks like he's having fun.
do you have the sound from the frozen lake?
I do. Let's
kill the music,
Kill
kill
the
our
music.
mics, and just enjoy the sounds of a frozen lake. From where?
Sweden.
Sweden. Okay. Can you turn it up there?
So those sounds are actually the ice shifting, and it makes it sound like it's something.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a bigger shift than the rest of them.
Okay, easy.
Yeah. Sounds like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah. And they were saying when you watch it, the ice really doesn't even look like it's moving. You just hear it just sounding really loud. It sounds like blasters or something.
Is it coming from beneath?
Yeah, they just said the ice moving from like underneath the water, but not actually cracking. It's interesting.
Well, people, our viewers responding in real time to the sonic booms from beneath the ice. I have played bocce ball on a frozen lake and heard those same sounds.
Yeah.
Sean Lay, do you play bocce ball? Bocce ball. It's Italian. Hey, you got some guys. Just when you thought cocktails couldn't get any more weird or off-putting or offbeat, they're putting ants in your drink in Singapore and charging you $16 for it.
Amazing.
Hey, Greg Russell. What's going on?
Pretty good.
You never know. You could be talking about a drink with ants in it and a film critic walks by. It's bedlam in the Local 4 newsroom.
It's always fun.
It is always fun, that there is. Greg, what's your diet like? Do you eat healthy? Do you eat... yeah, come on up.
All right.
Hang on.
I've tried to eat healthy.
What is this, Mike 3, I think? Go ahead.
We'll find out. We'll just open them all.
Open them all until we finally get Greg on.
Yes, so you want me to strip?
We're right over here on this camera, Greg.
All
Greg
right.
Russell, you know him
Oh.
from Live in the D. When he comes on, we talk movies.
That we do.
So, what would you drink a cocktail? Can you have the full screen?
Yeah.
Would you drink a cocktail that had ants in it?
I was going to say I've done that by mistake on picnics, where
there's
you
a
look
bee in
down
your
and
beer?
and you're going, what the heck is this? I don't necessarily know if I do it on purpose, but what does it do for you?
Well, let's see. What does it say here? One new bar in Singapore is taking the edible insect trend to gourmet proportions. So it's not that. I suppose you could make an argument that there's protein here, but basically this is just drinking ants for the sake of drinking ants because it's the whole gourmet, trendy, hipster.
It's cool.
thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember when caterpillars were out, and that was really big, for a while. Tried one of those, and it was like, okay, I've had one, I'm done.
Now, do you eat healthy? Are you a vegetarian or anything like that?
Not a vegetarian, but I have changed my diet over the past couple of years, and it's helped me lose 30 pounds.
Oh, wow. 30 pounds?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit more rounder. I have to show you a picture.
What's your opinion of chicken nuggets? Or chicken tenders?
Haven't had them for a while. I guess.
You have had
Oh
them.
yeah, when I used to have them, you'd love them with ranch dressing.
Oh,
or,
yeah, for sure. Now
get
you're
that
talking.
going.
Okay, let's see. Eater.com ranked the top 10 or top 9 chicken nuggets from fast food chains,
Okay.
worst to first. So, with your kind permission, let's
Yes.
go down the list.
All right, sounds good.
When was the last time you were at White Castle?
Not for a couple of years now, because the last time I went there, something happened, so I was like, okay, I'm going to give my stomach a rest.
All right, well, they're chicken pretzel donut shaped rings, last place. Next
Okay.
comes BK with classic nuggets, just regular old BK nuggets, coming in at number 8.
Wow.
Ouch. Number 7, KFC popcorn nuggets.
Okay. Now those I know we've had before, and they were pretty good because they're small.
6, White Castle chicken donut rings. We'll go past that. Number 5, Burger King chicken fries. Now, how is that different than their chicken nuggets? I have no idea. But
I think they just stretch them out. It's the same thing. They just make it a little longer.
number 4, Popeyes chicken nuggets. Number 3, Chick-fil-A nuggets. Number 2, McDonald's, and number 1
is Wendy's spicy and non-spicy nuggets. Now,
my
those
daughter.
are the number
My
one?
daughter swears by these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be 6, a little over a month, and she has already declared that she likes Wendy's the best.
Sounds good. Well, she picked the right one.
As long as you're here,
Yes.
you just happen to be walking
I just
by.
happen
and
to be
think, hey,
walking by.
My buddy Greg Russell's here. Tell us about what's opening in theaters this weekend. It's Thursday, and you can't really talk about anything in critical detail.
Right.
But what's coming out?
Well, we've got the movie Triple X, The Return of Xander. So
Oh, jeez.
I know you were waiting for that one. Your buddy Vin Diesel is back. Then also the new movie Split from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, no. Let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
Now, M. Night Shyamalan came, he was trying to do these big blockbuster fantasy things. First, he kind of lost his footing with his twist ending movies. Then
Right.
he tried to get all sci-fi fantasy, and that didn't work.
Right.
So then he had to kind of really pull it back, and he produced and/or directed The Visit.
Yes, I think he produced and directed it.
That was the grandparents movie that was like they're really creepy.
Yeah, like no, that's the house you don't want to go to.
Yeah, but it actually turned out to be a good movie. That
Right,
was like
right.
2 years ago, I think that movie was. Now he's back with something called Split, meaning split personality.
Right, James McAvoy plays this guy in the movie who's got 23 separate personalities. And what happens at the beginning, he winds up kidnapping these 3 teenage girls, takes them back to where he stays, and it's really just he's there to mess with their minds. So, I mean, it wasn't, something that's going to start out where you just figure, okay, we know how it's going to end. But he keeps telling them that there's also going to be a 24th character called the Beast, and that's going to be the one that they don't want to see. So they spend the whole movie just trying to get away from that. But it does have your typical M. Night Shyamalan, ending. I'm obviously, of course,
Yeah,
not
we
going
don't
to
wanna
say what
spoil
that
it,
is, but you'll see that. And then also something that I was going to bring up with you today on the show, he took a page out of Marvel. You know how most people, whether you like a movie or don't like it, as soon as you see the opening or closing credits, you get up and leave. He's got something special in the closing credits that you won't want to miss.
Oh, so this actually might be building into something more universal,
Right.
something tie-in kind of thing? Interesting. All right, well, watch Greg Russell and myself and Chuck and Tati at the top of the hour on the TV with Live in the D. And also remember that we are we going to live stream that 10 o'clock press conference? So we're live streaming on clickondetroit.com, whatever comes out of Illich Holdings about Olympia Entertainment regarding what's going on with Little Caesars Arena. Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't at all.
They're teasing a big announcement coming up at 10 o'clock.
I can't wait to see that.
So Greg's going to go get ready for Live in the D, and we're going to go on, John, to Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Good to see you, sir.
My buddy.
Your buddy Paul McCartney, of
You've
course.
seen my picture with
Oh,
Paul.
yeah, he's a shameless Beatles fanatic.
Of course I am. You know that I wouldn't go and do anything without always, if somebody mentions Paul McCartney, having to bring him up. I'll find the picture for you. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll let you do it.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank
Don't forget,
you.
you got a mic on there.
Oh, yeah, I took one to the airport before, so I'm not going to do it this time. Take care, Jason. Thank you.
Greg is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet in the entire universe. Paul McCartney filed a lawsuit against Sony ATV Music Publishing on Wednesday in an attempt to regain the rights to his long list of Beatles hits he either wrote or co-wrote with John Lennon. Songs such as Yesterday, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and a slew of other Beatles hits are subject to the suit, according to court documents.
Yeah.
You have nothing in support of that? By the way, what was Sonny came by here a minute ago? You guys were all confabbing. What was going on back
Something
here?
about the iris turning the focus a little bit. It looks good to me, but I'll learn all about that later on after the show.
McCartney is arguing that the 1976 Copyright Act should allow him to start reclaiming ownership of the songs from Sony ATV next year. Sony declined to comment on the matter. The lawsuit is the latest move in McCartney's decades-long pursuit of recovering those rights.
So,
I remember when Michael Jackson surpassed the Beatles.
in the ownership of those rights.
Well, yeah, but it also had to do with how much, the chart topping and the music and the money
Yeah.
and all that that was a big thing. It's like Michael Jackson's bigger than the Beatles and all that kind of stuff.
So people are still talking about Kwame. I think we should
Go back
to that for
to
a
talking
second.
about that for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like everyone's kind of upset about it. They're hoping that
All right.
he
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
get that pardon. It doesn't look like he will, but that's
to-
what his
to
family
revisit
and his
that-
supporters are hoping to do.
I'm sorry?
His family and his supporters are hoping that this comes about, but it doesn't look like the White House is going to.
Well, I mean, there's three distinct eras here. There's the Kwame Kilpatrick era, then there's the bailout era, talking about the city, and then there's the post-bailout sort of Dan Gilbert, Mike Duggan. I mean, Kwame, the whole Kwame Gate thing, which happened, a decade ago, again, really picking up steam a decade ago. It just seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
He is still behind bars. So there are those people who say, you know what, live and let live. He's done his time. He's not going to be able to get his law license back, so let's just let him go. But there are a lot of people that say, no, you do the crime, you do the time.
Mm-hmm.
So what are people saying on the Facebook?
I'm gonna pull this down and take a look. playing with a couple of different things at once.
That's what we should have Jacob dedicated to, just looking at Facebook on the
Yeah. Maybe we need a third monitor though.
or on the phone.
Oh, that's true. Let's do that then. But
Jason Colthorpe, did you get that package that was mistakenly delivered to me upstairs that had your name on it?
Yes, I did.
That's a lot of postage. Did you see how much postage was on it?
There's a lot.
A lot.
I'm sifting through it as we speak, and so far it makes no sense.
so I'm happy to report that this is still happening.
The eaglets?
Yeah, well, a week ago I went to pull it up and the camera was down, and I thought, wow, I was expecting to keep watching this for months, and they had taken it down, but it's back up. TV's Ken, aren't you excited?
Can we end? Can we stop with the Eagles?
No, we can't
Ja-
stop with the Eagles.
Jason Colthorpe is here too.
Don't you think we should leave the Eagles alone?
Let's leave the Eagles alone. What
Let them
Ken
have some
said.
privacy.
Life in the fast
Free
lane.
Eagles, free the Eagles.
All
That
right.
was that what you call a drive-by boxing?
Yeah.
It's the Eagles on a block party weekend. Do you have the camera?
There they
The
are.
Eagle cam?
The Eagle Cam.
The Eagles, man. Can you just change it?
So you don't want the Eagles cam or the rock band, the Eagles? Neither one? But thumbs down. The Eagles were great, right? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses?
Look at the size of that eaglet, though.
That's just one?
That's one.
Yep.
He's getting big.
Okay, 25 minutes away from the top of the hour when we're going to find out from Olympia Entertainment. Can you go back to that?
Yeah. Let's talk.
John Pompeo, good morning, sir. How are you? Little Caesars Arena teasing via a graphic, a question mark with the logos, either a new team or an opening act joining the Pistons and Red Wings. What if this is all just falderall and there's really nothing here?
It's like, yeah, it's just.
They're going to say that they have a new kind of pizza coming out.
I mean, that's still exciting,
That's still exciting, but
but no, they've kept this really under wraps. You know, a lot of times we'll have at least a little air or some rumors or something, but right now we don't have anything. We don't have any idea.
on this National Popcorn Day, Susie says extra butter with white cheddar sounds good right about now. Gotta go through all these Kwame comments to find out. Well, Brenda is she's all fired up. There are so many others in prison for doing less. He did the crime to so many victims in Detroit. Make him pay the full price. See you on Live in the D, Greg. Greg's walking around with his picture of himself and Paul McCartney. Nice guy, that Paul McCartney. I interviewed him via satellite. He said that we should get tea. I'm like, oh, that'd be great if you were all the way across the pond on a satellite. You can't even see me. He'll remember it? He will. All right. Who was our presenting sponsor today, as he is every day?
Today's show was sponsored by Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins.
Everybody have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Stay classy, Detroit. Jason Carr Live was sponsored by the Mike Morris Law Firm, 855 Mike Wins.